Secret, steamy homosexual orgy parties. Ernest Shackleton's little brother. And the Irish crown jewels. My 3 favorite things in that order. Also, I might mention the main players in today's story. It's getting Scottish. Folks, get ready for an absolute roller coaster of a tale. In today's episode of Laughs from the Past, we're going back to the 20th century Dublin, Ireland, where we'll investigate the unsolved and enduring case of the stolen Irish crown jewels. I'm Jake Steeler and Squealer Storielli, and that's Jimmy Orgy O'Brien. Hope you like secret sex rings and drunken escapades. If this is your first time listening to the podcast, oh boy, let's get steamy.
This season of Laughs from the Past is brought to you by Cushy Dreams. They heard that we were solving crimes, and they said, well, we can solve your anxiety on the way. CBD, smokable CBD, Jake. What is so great about this product?
Jim, this is a match made in heaven. Laughs from the Past and Cushy Dreams. Cush up a little bit. You got a sore knee. You got a little anxiety. You want to solve the world's mysteries with us. Cushy Dreams is the way to do it. We love them, and they're doing 20% off with promo code LAUGHS. LAUGHS. Laughs.
They got pre-rolled joints you can smoke.
Yep.
They got tins of nugs. Smells like weed, tastes like weed. It's not weed. It's just CBD.
Legal in all 50 states. They'll ship it to you
discreetly.
They're the best.
Cushy Dreams.
Try them out.
KUSHY.com, promo code LAUGHS. Welcome back to Laughs from the Past, Season 10. 10. This is our 10th season. All of the other episodes you can find on the Laughs from the Past YouTube channel, or if you're listening on the podcast app, they are where you are. If you're listening on YouTube, we change the channels. This one seems sexual. The theft of the Irish crown jewels.
I mean, the first 5 words of the intro were secret, steamy, homosexual orgy parties.
Yes.
That's as strong as an intro as you can write.
Yeah. Have you ever been?
No.
Me neither.
They weren't secret.
It's just you.
It's just me.
In a fountain.
It was just me
in
jerking
the middle
off.
of the park.
It's just me jerking off in the park.
Yes, come in.
What other squirrels want to get their nut?
Oh, boy. All right, let's dive into this one. Season 10. Thank you very much. Written by Noah Prince. The Theft of the Irish Crown Jewels. This is Historical Sleuths, the name of the season. The Irish Crown Jewels. Bet most of you didn't know these were even a thing. That's because they're not, kinda.
Okay.
This section is called...
It's kind of rude.
This section is called 2-Minute Crash Course of Why I've Never Heard of the Irish Crown Jewels.
Are you excited for this? Your last name has a lot of Irish attached to it. Your family's got some Irish attached to it. We're about to hear about the Irish jewels.
Yeah, I've had a lot of relatives die in Ireland. Born, lived full, happy lives. Passed away peacefully. Yeah. So they aren't really crown jewels, per se. They were first made in 1831 for the leading knight in the Order to Patrick, Ireland's equivalent to England's Order of the Garter.
Order.
Because I know what the Order to the Garter is.
Yeah.
But since Ireland is part of the UK, touchy subject I know.
A little too soon.
Only half of it's part of the UK, or Northern Ireland, right? All of Ireland, isn't it?
I have no clue.
There's obviously the English crown jewels, which are truly the crown jewels. We know about them. We did a whole heist episode on the crown jewels, and we wrote a badass movie. I remember.
Do crown jewels exist to be stolen?
Well, if you want to get the best thing in the world, yeah.
Best thing in the world.
Do you remember our episode on the crown jewels in season 9?
Vaguely.
I just remember people commenting like, that is a badass. Like, we wrote a whole plot twist with the king and the thief, and he was like, it was a secret mission.
Yeah.
And I remember people being like, you guys did write a good movie there. So go listen to that
Maybe we'll
one.
have to movify this one. The last one had hints of movifying.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did well.
Intense
All right.
details.
But since Ireland is part of the UK, touchy subject, there's obviously the English crown jewels, which are truly the crown jewels. So over time, these became basically really nice, but not crown nice jewels that were worn by the Lord Lieutenant of Ireland.
Okay. No, that was actually a great job.
Yeah.
I like where we landed.
Yeah, it kind of adds up. Like, well,
Technically, these are the crown jewels.
Since,
these
the
are
King of
Irish.
England is the king,
Right.
Those are the crown jewels. We got pictures of them.
Sure do.
You like them?
Sure.
Where would you wear them? What kind of blouse would you wear with it?
Inverted blouse.
Makes it look like you just woke up from that sex orgy.
Yeah.
You're a prime suspect now. That dude just left the sex orgy with the crown jewels.
Always.
Throughout the latter half of the 19th century, they were worn when knighting new members of the Order of Patrick or during official ceremonies. Some dress jewels. They were actually designed to be only slightly more opulent than the insignia of an ordinary knight, which is kind of why they're slightly underwhelming. So, what's opulent mean?
Yes.
BBD, do you know what opulent means?
Loosely, like very fancy, overdone.
Oh, okay.
I like it. So when we're
Rich and luxurious or lavish.
yeah,
is what
when we're
opulent
we're
means.
putting on fancy crap, these aren't that much different than what a knight would wear to a formal event.
Yes.
They're not that over the top.
Yeah. They're not New Jersey fancy.
Oh,
Not go.
it's a slippery slope for me.
Yeah. Despite this, recent valuations place them as valued at somewhere in the $2 million range. So crown jewels or not, they were still valuable state property. And sometimes the state gets lazy when taking care of its property. And this is where the story truly begins.
Theft. When not being worn or cleaned, the jewels were in the custody of the Ulster King of Arms, the senior Irish officer of arms, and kept in a bank vault. Okay, feels like it's the vault's job than the guy, whatever. In 1903, the Ulster King of Arms, a.k.a. the UCA, offices within the Dublin Castle complex were transferred from the Birmingham Tower to the Bedford Tower. The jewels were transferred to a new safe, which was to be placed in the newly constructed strong room. Okay, so we're moving jewels. This is always a risk.
Yeah, but a necessary risk. You can't keep them in the same place. Gives people more time to plan.
However, the new safe was too large for the doorway to the strong room. Someone.
Buy a couch that doesn't fit through your door.
That's a bad
fight
feeling.
yourself.
That's a
bad feeling.
Someone got killed. Like, that's not in this story. Like, everyone was so mad someone just got killed.
What's a better feeling? You buy a couch, right?
Yes.
What's a worse feeling, I guess?
Okay.
You buy a couch, it doesn't fit through the door, and it just doesn't fit. You're just like, oh my God, this doesn't fit.
Right.
That feeling, or you spend 10 hours trying to get it to fit, never fits. You call a neighbor, dad, brother, friend.
Ooh.
They instantly solve the puzzle, and like, what did you try it like this and slide it right through?
I'm fine with that. I'm pretty live a normal dunce life anyways. So as long as I get the net resolution of I have the couch, I don't care about my struggle.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want the couch.
I did that once. I got a free couch when I moved to Newtown, and it just would not fit. And my dad came home and just like me, my mom, and Luke were trying to like. And my dad came home and just did it in 2 seconds. We're like, fuck.
Damn. I'm an easy quitter too. I've had this situation happen in Denver when Jess moved
I knew
there.
that. You don't have.
Yeah.
I don't even have pride in that either. So
No.
I'd much rather be like, yeah, help me out.
Like Jess, I fought pretty hard. She had a couch, and then I was still living in a house, so we actually kept the nicer couch in my house. So it was a win-win.
Nice.
Stopped moving it, got a couch.
Okay. In Chicago, there's a guy that will come cut your couch in half, take it in your room, and then
Put it back
Put
together?
it back together.
Not a bad gig if you do it right. However, the new safe was too large for the doorway to the strong room, and Sir Arthur Vickers, the Ulster King of Arms, instead stored it in his office. Strong room won't work. I got room in the office. The jewels.
What is the house made out of?
The strong room? Probably like stones and crap. I mean, this is 1900s Ireland, right?
That's not 1500s. I think we're looking at modern wooden houses and buildings.
Yeah, I don't know. The jewels were last known to be in the safe on June 11th when Vickers showed them to a visitor to his office. So the last time he was seen.
Like they just built the strong room. The jewels were transitioned to a new safe, which was to be placed in the newly constructed strong room. So according to our timeline, the new safe's being built and the new strong room's being built kind of at the same time. They didn't talk to each other. What size you got? What are we working with?
Idiots.
What else was going in the strong room?
I don't know.
Turned it into a workout room. That's how it got its name.
Strong room.
I feel like you got to figure out getting that thing into the strong room. Like I have this as fishy number one. The fact that they didn't persevere and just find a way to get it into the room designed to guard jewels.
Oh, I thought you were going a step before that it was designed so it wouldn't fit in that.
Either or. I'm just saying.
I like that.
I'm not taking this at face value.
Okay.
You know, if I'm a detective, my brain just went, and because now we have Sir Arthur Vickers, Ulster King of Arms. He's like, you know what? I'll just keep it in my office. I have him involved right away.
Right. Well, that's his job, is to guard these things.
And so he's involved anyway. Then.
Right.
Like you would
from the rip.
Yeah. Nearly a month passed without any incident. In early July. What's that mean?
I bet Noah.
It's late July or it's early July. Otherwise, we're talking mid-July. We talking mid-July here? Early
July. So this is like July 11th.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not the midway point.
All right. Where does this break, though? Because July 13th is mid-July.
The 14th, 15th. The 13th I have is the end of early July.
I think you go like early July is the first 6 days.
The first week.
First week. So the second week.
So the second week
is early July.
Yes.
Okay. King Edward VII and Queen Alexandra, beautiful by the way, Jake, planned to visit the Irish International Exhibition, and Irish leaders requested the jewels be brought out for the occasion.
Is she actually beautiful, or are you just assuming that's something nice you say about a queen?
I don't know what she looks like, and I'm worried that now maybe someone heard me say that, and they're like, Jimmy says she's beautiful. Let me go look what she looks like.
Also, speaking of beautiful, you did a great job on those Roman numerals. Didn't flinch.
Are you being serious? It's 7, right?
I think so. You said it confident enough that I think it's right.
I just said it confident.
Yeah.
But I wasn't confident.
I'm pretty sure you're right.
So I did a good job faking
you did
confidence.
A great job.
Okay.
V is 5, yeah.
Alexandra of Denmark. Let's see if she's attractive. Because, you don't want people coming at me be like,
Denmark, I'll say yeah.
Wow, Jimmy's a terrible judge of looks.
Beauty.
Well, tough picture. I'm not ruling it out. I'm not ruling it in. She's kind of like an late July situation.
Yeah.
You're not either or there.
I think she's got a go switch that you're like, whoa. It's a powerful look.
Now, I heard she has a ghost switch, and that kind of added up more for me than a ghost switch, because this looks like a ghost you'd see.
I think she's hot. I think she's a hot ghost.
Oh, if she's a ghost, she's a hot ghost.
Yeah.
It's just living how she look.
I have her more hot than beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I have another picture for you, and there's some bust in this one. There's some cleavage. Oh, no, she didn't really have any. Okay, she's holding like a rifle or something, though. I have her dangerous.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like
she's got a side to her when she's not being all hidey-tidy, and you're like, oh, shit, Queen's badass.
We like her currently.
All right. So they go to the Irish International Exhibition, and the Irish leaders request jewels to be brought out for the occasion. On July 6th, well, hold up. If we're in July 6th now, and we couldn't have been in July 11th.
It's early July.
It's early July. So it was early July from the jump.
God damn it.
Because now we're on July 6th, and the messengers are being ordered to get the jewels. Messenger William Stivey. It gets ordered by Vickers to bring out the jewels for cleaning before the occasion. Stivey found the safe door unlocked and immediately informed Vickers. It's unlocked, Vickers!
The safe was unlocked when I got there.
You do such a good, sad pauper boy.
Scared pauper boy.
Yeah.
That's my life.
It's your best impression. who came and opened the safe to find that the jewels were gone.
Mm.
Okay, so the police were called, and in the subsequent, lock experts established that the safe lock had not been tampered with, but had been opened with a key. The theft is reported to have thrown King Edward VII into a fit, but the visit went ahead, with the cloud of an investigation behind the scenes.
Ooh, I love this. I love real-time drama. Jewels are stolen. We're still going to do the event.
Yes.
I'm going to do the event.
Sound the alarm.
The townspeople are talking.
The town crier, town squares. The crown jewels are missing.
There's a good scene. The rowdy, worn-out king says, "No, let them come. I know the jewels will show up."
Yeah. It's like when I worked at the grocery store and there was like, code 999, code 999. And then my two managers ran to the doors and guarded them because some dude put a bunch of liquor in the bottom of a shopping cart and then a bunch of paper towels above. I was just trying to wheel his way out. It was like heaven. It was like heaven. Code 99, code 99.
It's just like that.
So we have a little the flyer from the Dublin Metropolitan Police from 1907.
The DMP.
Mm-hmm. The Detective Department Executive Court, Dublin, 8th July 1907. So 2 days later, this got out. Stolen from a safe in the Office of Arms, Dublin Castle, during the past month, supposed by means of a false key. Grand Master's Diamond Star. This is going to be tough for me to read. A diamond star of the Grand Master of the Order of St. Patrick.
Composed
of brilliance.
Brazilian stones.
Of the purest water. 44 by 41 inches. Consisting of 8 points. 4 greater and 4 lesser. Issuing from a center in coloring.
Enclosing.
I got nothing. Is yours better printed than mine?
No, I have really good eyesight. Terrible hearing.
I mean, I got 20/20.
From a center enclosing of a cross of rubies and a trefoil of emeralds surrounding a sky blue enamel circle with words, quis separabit, and then
bunch of
Roman numerals, in rose diamond engraved on back, value about €1,400.
Okay. So letting the people know. If you see this, it's stolen.
Pretty happy I could read that.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Thank you.
All right, here's our suspects. Are you ready?
Suspects.
So we're going to do this episode a little differently, says Noah. We're going to present the stories behind the two main suspects of this case as if we were the prosecution.
Prosecution is the
defense.
The defense.
Prosecution.
We're trying to get the bad guys. Yeah.
Depends who the bad guy is.
That's the question, man.
Essentially, we're going to go through all the suspicious shit our two suspects did and why they could have been the thieves. Then we will decide for ourselves who we think did it. I mean, I already have the guard room dude as lead. I don't even know who the second person is.
I'm ready for the gay orgies.
Yeah. We've been sans a lot of gay orgy stuff.
Yeah. That was our opener.
Yeah, you're right. All right, first up, the highest-ranking guard in the land, Sir Arthur Vickers, the Ulster King of Arms. Ulster King is...
I wish there was more BS titles. Like, BS titles in modern day are just vice presidents.
Yeah.
Like, if you go to any company and see how many vice presidents there are, but
VP of sales.
Ulster King of Arms.
VP of taking the garbage out. You're a janitor?
Ulster King of Arms. We need more titles like that.
Ulster King of Arms. And the official keeper of the jewels. I mean, I suspected him as soon as that safe didn't fit in the strong room.
Right.
I was eyeing this guy. And, looking at him, I agree.
It's an interesting picture. We'll get it up there.
He looks like a little fancy boy. His posture isn't even strong in this. I mean, you know what I would say about this? I think you're going to agree with me. That suit of armor's wearing him.
Yes. I was going one of... You summed it up pretty well, or this guy was trying to Jeremy Jam it.
No, I think that stuff's wearing him.
Okay.
Like,
I
he put
that.
this on for the picture, took it, and he's like, okay, can I get it off now?
Yeah.
I hate wearing this heavy stuff.
Sir Arthur Vickers held what most in early 20th century Ireland would consider a pretty cushy job. As Ulster King of Arms, his main duties were to appear at state functions and to guard the crown jewels.
He's a security guard?
No, not even. It's just to appear. He shows up at functions and guard the crown jewels that are supposed to be kept.
He's the keeper of
in
the
a
cup.
room.
Stanley Cup. He's the keeper of the cup.
Essentially.
The dude who walks around with the Stanley Cup and just, like, keeps an eye on it.
Don't lose it.
If there's an event that the NHL is doing and they want the cup there, the keeper of the cup
there.
goes.
Yes.
He's the keeper of the cup.
So,
I had him so much more than that because he was the King Ulster of Arms.
Which he gave himself that title. Ulster King of Arms, which is BS. So why did he do it? As the prosecution, as I know how that works, Vickers was known to regularly get drunk on overnight duty.
Obviously.
He even once awoke to find the jewels around his neck.
Yes.
Oh, not again. The immediate police report is also unfavorable to him. Scotland Yard alleged that there was deliberate carelessness, not only for failing to ensure that the priceless, turn page, crown jewels were kept in a suitably fitted strong room, but also because after the jewels had disappeared, there was a strange delay in reporting their circumstances.
You're going to be so hard-pressed to get me to come off this guy.
Yeah, I think that's what we're about to hear about his parties.
He wears them when he's drunk, tries them on like a little, like, ooh, look at me, I'm the king, I'm the king. Falls asleep at him, someone finds him, they're like, what happened? He's like, what happened?
I'm asking you.
They didn't fit in the room. They didn't get reported stolen. Like, this dude should be checking the crown jewels minimum twice a day when he comes and when he leaves.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
they're in his office, not in the strong room.
Yeah. Once you've committed to keeping them in your office, yes.
It's his only job, mind you.
Put him in a strong room, dude.
Yes.
I'm so dumb that I would have gone full dummy mode. Like, I would have put these under a rock from the start whenever I needed them. But that's how I would have lost them.
Vickers' actions between the time the jewels were last seen and when the theft was discovered also calls into question his role. Yeah, exactly, because his only job is to watch these things. Days after the last confirmed viewing of the jewels, a strange occurrence happened when the office cleaner found the entrance door to his office unlocked and told William Stivey, the messenger, who on informing Vickers received the rather offhand reply, "Did she? Is that so?"
Is that so?
And she was just telling him that the door was unlocked.
Yeah.
Hey, she told us that your door was unlocked. She did? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
Instead of panic or fear or whatever.
Should have been very alarmed.
I like need a better visual of what this building and room looks like, because it says it's an old castle, but we're in the 1900s, so we have like brick and mason and like big buildings and 5-story. We have modern buildings.
I've got them in castle mode.
But you have a cleaner come to the castle?
Yeah. Mop
with
it
a
up.
door that locks? Like, castles weren't like that. They didn't have like doors on hinges.
Like strong rooms, man. I'm picturing like a key that opens up like a jail cell.
I don't know. Because like 1903, there's very modern buildings being built at that point. I wish I could find. How would I Google what this house was called?
You can do it. I think didn't we talk about that somewhere? They were moving from the blank to the blank.
Yeah.
I think that was like first page. They were moving from the Birmingham Tower to the Bedford Tower within the Dublin Castle. So, towers in a castle makes me think.
Yeah, I know. But then like having a cleaner come and a lock.
Yeah, you just got to mop and stuff.
Bedner Tower, Dublin Castle. Wow, they've added on to this castle. This is kind of badass. So this is what we're looking at. So it's got rooms in there.
Okay.
It's a mix of basically both of our brains, probably.
A little bit.
Yeah. Definitely castle-ish, but also, there's
castle vibes.
Proper windows, proper rooms.
Yeah.
Okay. Days later, there was an even more alarming occurrence when the cleaner found the door of the strong room inside Vickers' office where the safe resided ajar. And on being informed by Stivey, Vickers again replied casually, taking no further action. So the first time it's unlocked, the second time it's open. And he doesn't care at all or think that this is weird.
Very laissez-faire about
Laissez-faire.
his one job duty.
Guard the things.
When Vicker had needed to get the crown jewels to prepare for the king, he had reportedly given Stivey the key of the safe and a box containing a knightly collar, asking him to deposit it in the safe and fetch him the jewels. This was most unusual, as Stivey had never once before held the safe key in his hand. Jeez, I mean, it's mounting against Vickers. During a hearing of the investigative committee, the lead Chief Inspector Kane. Oh, it's badass.
That's a good title.
Chief Inspector Kane.
Ulster King of Arms.
Whew.
No idea what that is. Chief Inspector Kane, he
You
captures
don't mess
superheroes.
with that guy.
Yeah.
Stated that he believed that the theft of the jewels had to have been carried out by an insider and that it had likely occurred before July 5th. Per security protocol of Bedford Tower, Vickers was the only one who had access before that date. I mean, Noah put a thoughts down here, and I think we've kind of let it be known that there's going to have to be a hell of a twist here to get Vickers.
Yeah, especially because the next guy we haven't even been introduced to yet.
Okay, how about this?
Yeah.
Is there any chance that Vickers has 0% responsibility? Like, what's his lowest percent responsibility at this point?
There's 0% chance, but I think you might want to tweak the word responsibility there.
Okay.
Because his whole life, he is responsible
Ooh,
to make sure
interesting.
the crowns don't get stolen.
Right.
And they got stolen, so he's definitely responsible.
So you think there's still a duped aspect? Like, I think he's
Or this dude
involved.
sucked at his job. Like, there's still some way, but that still makes him responsible.
So you think there's still a chance that none of this by him was malicious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Small.
Okay.
But he's like, I didn't know people really cared about this.
I mean, even if things go full bore, like he's been tricked, duped, lover stuff, like I still have 25% involvement, like best case for him.
All right. When are they having sex?
Right? Speaking of, Frank Shackleton.
Ooh, introducing Frank Shackleton, perhaps the oddest character in our story.
Okay.
Excited. Yes, Frank was the little brother of Ernest Shackleton from the intro.
Duh.
While Ernest was exploring Antarctica, Frank was living a very different life. Yeah, hard to live the same life. You can't be both
Do
exploring.
you know
Antarctica.
Ernest Shackleton?
No.
Okay.
Do
Good.
you?
No. Apparently he's exploring Antarctica.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember those guys that we did an episode on?
Right.
Was it one of them?
That's what I'm
Is
asking.
he a famous guy? Should we know Ernest Shackleton?
It's a $1 million question, right?
He's an explorer. Comes up. He looks like a bruiser, dude.
Like that. Yeah.
He looks like a man not
Tough
to be
cookie.
fucked with.
No.
Oh, you know what it was? It was a Little Laughs.
Little laughs.
It didn't fit into a
Right.
season.
Okay.
The race was in 1912, so fucking maybe.
Yeah. He was involved.
He knew about it at the very least.
He's
Maybe they called him
involved.
for advice if it wasn't him.
Noah's so mad at us right now.
All right.
Fuming.
Ernest Shackleton. His brother Frank Shackleton,
Right.
not in Antarctica. Frank was the co-tenant in a house with Sir Arthur, and thus has substantial connections with both Vickers and the Bedford Tower where he worked. Frank also was continually embroiled in financial difficulties, and in the past, Sir Arthur had to guarantee bills for him when he found himself in a tough spot. He had also mysteriously left the country immediately after the jewels had disappeared. Okay. Hold up.
Yeah.
The second biggest suspect is the first biggest suspect's roommate?
Yeah.
Why aren't they just co-suspects?
I think we'll find out. I don't know. I mean, I guess somebody has the jewels. I guess that's the current.
Yes.
Who's got them jewels?
Who actually physically
Who's got
took
them
them? Okay.
jewels?
So we know Frank had the connection and the financial need to steal something like the crown jewels, but what evidence do we have that he actually did it? The following details are somewhat murky, but mostly emerge in bits and pieces as the Viceregal Commission.
Vice-regal.
Really?
I think so.
One word. And the Viceregal Commission went through their investigation. Reportedly, ever since Frank had moved in with Sir Arthur, drunken homosexual orgy parties had been held in the Office of Arms, where the jewels were held. Vickers' own involvement is confusing, but Shackleton and a disreputable associate named Captain Richard Gorgeous, both known homosexuals, were the ringleaders of the parties. Vickers' own involvement is confusing, or no? I mean, he was down there banging them.
Yeah.
That's why he wanted them in his office, so they could play dress up, fuck each other with the crowns on. That's why he woke up one day after being drunk and was like, "Oh my God, I'm wearing the crown still. What a night!
What a rush! Tagging each other out, wearing the crown jewels.
Tonight I get to wear them while you fuck me,
Mm.
because you're always wearing them and doing the fucking, and it's unfair."
Mm.
That was a little conversation between the two.
That was a real recording.
Yeah.
Vickers was already known to lapse into a drunken sleep during his overnight duties. Yep. Been there.
Why did he remain the guy in
This
charge
guy,
of
man.
protecting the crown?
This guy. The theory goes that during one of these drunken orgies, Frank and Richard came across an opportunity to steal the jewels. Further circumstantial evidence says that they got the idea from another member of the orgy parties who had taken the jewels one night as a prank and then returned them the next day without Vickers noticing anything. Okay, so what, from your question from before, they're saying that they could have potentially used Vickers as a gay orgy prop. So, like, when Vickers was asked about all these suspicious things from before, he was just covering up the gayness.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
Has your percentage that he just got duped gone up at all?
A little bit.
Because I'm almost there now. Because look at the picture of Frank's brother,
Yeah.
and if Frank looks anything like him, he's a bruiser of a man. He's a man you don't want to mess with.
I think we had a picture.
Arthur Vickers, the armor was wearing him. You remember?
We got Frank on here.
Okay, let me see.
And he definitely looks like the brother, but
Of
not
a bruiser.
Yeah.
Not a bruiser, but a
He
brother.
looks like a bruise.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, you know, younger...
Ernest bruised him up pretty good.
Yeah, but younger brother of Ernest knows some tricks.
Sure.
And then, like, you know, our dude Vickers, the armor was wearing him. I have, you know, I've moved a lot, Jake.
Yeah.
And when you move a lot and you go to a new school, the friends you meet in your first 2 weeks usually aren't your friends forever because there's something a little odd about the people who, like, yeah, come hang out with us.
Are
and
really
like,
looking
and
for
really
friends,
dragging in new friends. And usually, in my experience, those are the groups that are kind of up to no good.
Ooh.
Yeah. And really, you have to tap out, and you're like, oh, I'm not about this.
Right. Not about that life.
So I have this being like, Vickers
Right.
was coming out of the closet,
Sure.
and he immediately got surrounded by another crew of homosexuals.
He got in too deep.
Who got in too deep. They really took advantage of him. Maybe.
I think there's a chance. I do think part of the problem, and you said it when we were talking responsibility, is that, you know, where we just finished off was after one of these orgies, someone stole the jewels as a prank and returned them, and Vickers didn't even know.
There's no argument that
Yeah.
Vickers isn't awful at his job.
Yeah. It was claimed that there was a secret Dublin Metropolitan Police inquiry operating in parallel with that of the commission. Jesus. And they knew that Frank and Richard had stolen the jewels. However, Frank and Richard had threatened to expose the unreputable behavior that had been happening in the Bedford Tower and essentially blackmailing the authorities into stalling, allowing them time to leave the country after the theft. So
I love it. They roped so many higher up members of the crown to bang him out in this room. They basically compromised all the guys that were in the closet and banged him out and then stole the jewels. Like, what are you going to say? Tell everyone you know us from the orgies?
Yeah. Good luck.
It's great.
Wow.
It's a great move.
Sex.
Sex wins.
Final thoughts.
While considerable documentation relating to the loss of the Ireland crown jewel survives, certain key official records appear to have been deliberately destroyed, making it difficult, if not impossible, to establish exactly what happened.
Yeah.
This may have been either an attempt to whitewash the fact that a major state official committed the theft, Sir Arthur, or an attempt to hide the embarrassment of the Frank Shackleton story. Those accounts of the theft of the Irish crown jewels, which theorize that it was probably an inside job, are mostly likely correct. And while the identity of the mastermind behind the crime has not and may never been proven conclusively, the prime suspects remain Frank Shackleton and Sir Arthur Vickers. I've solved it.
This is unsolved.
This is Frank Shackleton.
Are the crown jewels missing till this day?
Ooh, that's a good thing that we should know.
Like, not to be that guy, but...
Yeah, did they ever get returned? Did we miss this part? So, Jake, where I'm at, and I mean, I don't know if you're correctly 100% with me. There's little differences because I have Vickers, Frankleton befriends Vickers.
Yeah.
Sees that he's closeted or homosexual, uses that, pries himself in like a little, gets him in there. They start making out.
Sure.
Really opens his flower, lets Vickers feel like he's truly himself for the first time. Then fully takes advantage of him. Starts banging him out in his office. Then starts bringing in other friends. They all bang out. Then uses Vickers as kind of the gateway to all the people that are way higher, and this becomes the secret bang room. And there's people that Vickers is escorting to and from that are way above him. So that's why he felt so safe in his job. Like, oh, was it locked? I don't care. King comes down there and fucks me silly. So no one's going to get in trouble with me. He thinks it's all fun. He's part of the band. He doesn't realize that he's brought in foxes into the hen house, and the foxes totally understand.
Yeah.
Well, it's either, don't rat us out or rat us out and everyone goes down with us. And it's the perfect crime by the foxes, which are Frank Shackleton and his gay lovers.
I think this could be a great movie.
Yeah. Who are you rooting for in the movie?
I'm rooting for Frank Shackleton and the other shady gay guy, Richard, that brought down this whole town, basically. Captain Richard Gorgeous.
You have them in the opening scene getting sentenced to jail or punishment for
just tough times.
For holding hands in public. The crown came down on them hard for their love, right?
Okay.
And they're like, you know what? We're going to use our love to take down the crown.
Okay. Yeah, I might even have their love as a surprise and save it for the end. Yeah, I have both of them on tough times. They rope in Sir Arthur. And then it would I of course have this as a comedy drama action movie.
Oh, okay.
And so there's a build up. And so
this is a Guy Ritchie movie.
At first, the one guy goes in there with Sir Arthur Vickers, Shackleton, and they start sucking face, and it's a good time. And then he's like, I've got a treat for you. And then it's him and BBD giggled at that. And then it's him and Sir Richard Gorgeous and, blah, 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 blah. And then they keep going to all these fancy events. Mm-hmm. And then, other guys from scenes before keep showing up in the next orgy. And you see all of the,
There's a montage at one point where it's just
yep, we're at the fancy event, and oh yeah, you must know the Chief Investigator Kane, and then a scene later, Chief Investigator Kane's tied up, getting laid into.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
they're all involved.
Yeah,
it's a good movie. It's a Guy Ritchie movie because you have theft. We clearly have Irish and British. Do you like Guy Ritchie movies? Do you know when I say that? Does that do anything for you?
What's the one?
Lock, Stock, Snatch.
I've seen.
He came out with a new one with McConaughey called
Okay.
The Gentleman, which is actually it's one of my favorites. Rock and Roll is good. He did the Sherlock Holmes. There's a version of Sherlock Holmes solving this case.
Oh, okay.
Written. So Guy Ritchie should just direct that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Do you feel a little bad for Vickers? I think he got a big heart broken and lost it. I think his life got ruined.
No, because I think he's an idiot.
You know what I have?
What's that?
I have Frank, and what's his lover's name?
Captain Richard Gorgeous.
I have the two of them send in Vickers.
Yeah.
Some like apology money
At the end of all of this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he walks home and his heart's broken and he says like, keep your head up, love chap.
Yeah.
You'll find another man for you. And there's a bunch of money in there. Like a month later or something like that. Like a little redemption at the end of the movie. So he's still a little taken care
Yeah,
of.
maybe he gets dunced out of town and he's so very sad.
Yeah.
And then like he gets a note with a little bit of money and it's like it's an apartment number.
Yes.
It's an apartment waiting for him.
Uh-huh.
And then in the apartment there's another note and it's like go to this restaurant at 10:30 and he goes at like 10:15 and it's a normal restaurant. And then at 10:30 like they lock the front door, close the lights down and everyone just starts
And Frank and Gorgeous are there.
Oh yeah.
They
No.
crown him, dude. He walks in.
Yeah.
They take all the jewels out. They crown him. They strip him. He flaunts his little dick about,
Yeah.
drooled up, and then they all have fun. That's
Yeah.
the ending.
Yeah.
He wasn't in on it. He was a clear pawn.
Yeah.
But they're not mad at him, and he can be part of the success of it all.
He can be and Jim, there's some chess themes throughout the movie, and that's like the last line. Like you'd rather be a happy pawn than a miserable bishop. Like he hated his life. And now he's a pawn, but he's a happy gay pawn.
I mean, is Gay Pawn the name of the movie?
Could be.
Because it's kind of like gay porn.
Yeah.
You guys got it now?
Yeah.
It's gay pawn.
I didn't see that at first, yeah.
A lot of orgies,
Yeah.
Gay pawn.
We'll get there. I think Billy Eichner's coming out with a like the first like gay male-led comedy or something like that. So if
Nice.
that does well, then here we go.
Billy Eichner can be in it. Nah, he's too. He's
He
not
could be in it.
He's not Vickers though. If anything, he's the first prince that gets brought into the orgy, and they're like, you know what, this can work.
I'd have to think about Billy's role a little bit, because Billy is very talented. He's trying to get away from being the ridiculous,
Loud guy.
crazy Billy Eichner.
But I don't know if he can play the sheepish dunce
Yeah.
that Vickers is.
I'd like to ask him.
That was great. I mean, we did
Yeah.
a great movie there.
That was great. We haven't hardcore movied in a little bit, and
Gay-
that was a hardcore movie. All right,
Yeah, Gay Pawn.
coming soon.
Thanks very much. We'll be back next week with another one.